welcome to Church Boys Podcast. I'm here with Dejan. Uh,
Hello, everybody.
we're just two young men in Christ, trying to find our way. And as we find our way, we want to speak to other people about the experiences that we've had as young men of Christ, and different things like that.
Yep. Not a lot of people speak about how it was for them being at this age in
Right.
Christ, how difficult it can be, and also just certain experiences you have in God at 25, 26, and even older. But not a lot of people speak about it, or even try to help you, guide you through it. So
That too, because a lot of the older generation, they'll be like, "Oh, we went through the same thing that you went through," but
don't give details.
no, they don't give
tell you.
details, and our generation is just completely different than what they went through. We have
100%.
so much temptation out there, so many different windows of everything. I think the world is more crazy than what it has ever been. So
It's gonna get worse, bro.
yeah, it's definitely
Unfortunately,
gonna get worse.
but as long as you in God, you'll, glory willing,
Yeah, and
He'll
that's
preserve you. So
and that's pretty much what this is going to be about. A gateway, to lead people who don't really know God to get to know God more. We're going to be open and allow God to use us in many different ways, in any way possible. So, we just want to do our part, as young men, because honestly, like we were just saying, I don't know how much time we got left. So,
no, it's
individually or before.
Yeah, God's knocking.
Yeah, God is
knocking.
He's definitely knocking. So we definitely want to try and bring as many souls as possible, with us, and we definitely want to help out in that way.
Or even share our stories.
Yeah,
in the process, because it's a never-ending story until the day we go on. But
yeah, never-ending story, and we're just gonna deal with different things on a daily basis.
Yep.
Everybody's got different things that they go through. So we just want to help have this, and also this can be encouraging to people to even speak more about God, because I know for me personally, I never thought that I would even. I know growing up, I never thought that. I thought being close to God was something for only adults. People who have kids. I never thought like me at 25 or like when I was 21, like I'm gonna know God. All right.
Well, question for you: Why do you feel like that was your mindset at that time, or as a kid? Why do you feel like that's how I think? That's how you thought?
Really, honestly, I think it's just because being a kid, you feel like you don't have a voice, and you feel like a lot of elderly people or older people, they're not gonna really, listen to you. But then when you think about it, as you get deeper into Jesus started when he was 12. Like, he was telling his parents, like, I'm gonna be about my Father's business. So,
that's the first comment.
Yeah,
he's the original of standing on business when he said
literally original standing on business. Like like it really don't get no better than that.
To your point though, with you saying not having a voice as a kid, I think it kind of goes into like almost black culture to a sense, because a lot of times if your parents tell you something and you as a kid not understanding it, you ask why. A lot of the times the response is because I said so.
Because I said so.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah. So, I just thought it was something distant. Like, I ain't got to really worry about that till I'm like 30, 35 years old. Right?
Yeah. I used to be like, as a kid, I used to be like, because the way church kind of raised you, I used to be like, I'm going to get the Holy Ghost, get married, and then that's it. That's it. Once I get the Holy Ghost,
it's over with.
Cool. That's all I got to worry about.
I ain't got nothing else to do.
I'm going to settle down, and that's all life is going to be for me from that point on.
But then you get deeper in the Bible and you realize
I was completely wrong.
It's really not that easy at all.
I was young. I was completely wrong.
There's so much more to go through. There's so much more so much more stuff to deal with that you know. So it definitely ain't going to be that easy, especially now that I'm getting older. I start to realize you get to be an adult at 21, so everything hits you faster, at your younger age. So
let me ask you a question. What do you think being at, how old are you now?
I just turned 25.
25. Being 25, what do you think since you committed to God fully and gave your life to God, what do you think has been the biggest challenge since you made that commitment for you?
The biggest challenge for me, honestly, is not really keeping my faith, but I guess it would be keeping the faith. You know,
Specifically, for somebody who don't know what that means,
keeping the faith is, you know, believing that God got your back through whatever. You know, like you don't always have to depend on people around you, you know, people in your family, you know, friends. You don't always have to depend on them. You know, you really do have God as a invisible vessel that he's always there with you regardless of what you're going through. You know, your car broke down, like, yeah, it sucks. But then, you know, God's there. If you ask God for help, he is literally going to help you through whatever. Like, it sounds crazy, but like, you never know. Like, somebody could be driving by on the road, like, oh, you need such and such, such and such. Oh, I got this in the back of my car, so you can have it. You know, if you ask God for help and you got the faith that he's just gonna help you out, he's gonna bless you that regardless. And the more I read, you know, about Jesus, like, that's literally how Jesus was. Like,
so basically depending, like, on God. What I had seen, and then I want to tell you a story in the side of the road thing you just mentioned. I want to tell you a story about that, but I think Brother Mike put it back when we was young. To
preface, Brother Mike used to be our youth pastor.
Yeah, he's our head pastor now. So, but he had made a comment. He had said, if you went to God, if I asked you, Trey, to do something, like we asked Judah to do something that we couldn't do, he may feel honored as like, oh, y'all couldn't figure it out, so y'all came to me.
Right.
And I figured it out. I fixed it for you. It's a form of praise to go to God to ask him to do something that's the impossible.
Yeah, literally.
To go to God and ask him of something that you know you cannot go to anybody else
for.
Is almost a like form of praise, because it's like, man, can't nobody else figure it out, but I know one person
who can.
And you mentioned somebody helping you on the side of the road or having the tools to help. So I remember back when before I moved to Cincinnati, when I was living here, we had a real bad snowstorm, and I was driving a Camaro.
Yeah. The red one.
Yeah. The silver one. But I remember before that, I had been thinking, or I had read the passage where it was like, you never know when you're running into angels. So treat everybody with kindness.
Yeah, right.
Dang. I was just thinking, I'm like, I ain't never running into one. Like,
I
ain't never had that happen, or not that I know. And I remember one day it was snowing real bad, bro. And my Camaros are the worst cars in snow.
I already know.
The worst cars in snow.
So I already know.
It's completely terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to back my car into a parking spot, but it's on like an incline, and I can't get all the way up the hills. I'll get up and then it'll slide back down. So I got the car in neutral, and I'm trying to push it up the hill myself.
By yourself?
Bro, by myself in the snow. And I couldn't do it. I'm like, dang, God, I really need some help right now. I kid you not. This man, out of nowhere, I'm talking about snow day, nobody's outside because it's foots of snow, like everybody's cars in the parking lot. A man comes literally from around the building, and he don't ask me no questions. What you need help with? Dang. And I'm like, I need to put this car into my spot. He said, I got you. Get in the car and put it in neutral. He said, I'll push it, or put it in reverse, and I'll push it while you back up.
Wow.
Put it in reverse. He literally effortlessly pushed it into the spot.
Yeah.
All right, man, I see you. And literally walked. Look, no, he walked the other, like, he came from this way, and he walked the other way.
Wow.
And walked around the building. Didn't tell me his name or nothing. Just walked away. And that was it. I'm just like, I stood there for a second. I'm like, was that an angel, bro?
Yeah, like, what the heck was
bro,
going
he
on?
literally walked the complete opposite way that he came from. Helped me. Didn't I see you. Yeah. And then, boom, gone. Never seen him again after that.
Wow. Shoot. I mean, I guess you tell a story based on faith. Recently, like, this was literally like 3 days ago. Like, so as for my job, I drive. You know, I'm driving from, you know, different little ICCs, like immediate care centers, picking up specimens and stuff. So I think it was Wednesday. So it's been raining all week, and it's raining, and I'm running late because it's raining, people going slow, and I had to go to like 4 different stops in like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving down Bullock County, and I didn't think I was going that fast, but I guess I was going pretty fast. It was like I was going like 54, 55, and a 45.
Yeah.
And I was driving, and it's dark. It's like pitch black. and I just see like the shape like of a cop car just sitting on the side of the road.
For real.
And I'm like, oh shoot. And no, you don't want to stop real hard.
Yeah.
So I press out the gas and I just drive past the car, but I was still going kind of fast. And then I just look up in the mirror. I just seen them lights flick on. I said,
got him.
Come on, bro. I said, no way. And, you know, prior to this and prior about like 6 months ago, I got a speeding ticket already, you know, at work. And they kind of let me off.
Yeah.
So I can't really get another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled over, and, you know, he gets out the car and he's like, first I'm like, sir, I didn't mean it. Like, you know, I'm like, sir, please. I you know, I wasn't trying to speed. I didn't know I was speeding. I'm running late. You know, I'm at work. I got to go a bunch of different stops. And like 40 minutes, the rain slowed me down. And he's like, well, you know, your personal business isn't my business. But he wasn't saying it like a jerk. You know, he was pretty cool about it. But, you know, he's like, I got a job to do too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I was like, I understand. So I hand him my license. Not to mention, earlier that day, my license expired, and I could have been put on leave at work because I can't drive with a expired license.
So your license was expired that same day?
It was about to expire the next day.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go to the office and get, you know, a new license, but they gave me a sheet of paper. So I handed him the paper. He's like, is all this up to date? I'm like, yeah, I literally just got it today. That's why I'm running so late, because I was stuck there for like 2 hours. So then he goes to his car, and I called my girlfriend. I'm like, bro, I just got pulled over. You know, I just got pulled over. And then I just, like, while she's on the phone, I just started praying. I'm like, God, please, like, I can't afford this right now. Like, God, like, please, like, I know sometimes I'll be doubting you, like, right now. Like, I really need you. Like, if I get this ticket, I'm gonna lose my job. It's over with.
Too much weighing on that.
Too much weighing on this one situation just because I'm running late. And then maybe like 3 minutes go by, and then, you know, I'm still kind of freaking out. One, because it's a cop, and then two, because I don't want to get the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But then he comes back up. He's like, well, Mr. Shipley, he said, this one's on me, but the next one's on you. I was like, thank God, because I've never gotten out of like a ticket or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, God, thank you. I even shook the cop's hand. I was like, thank you.
Appreciate
it. Like, you don't even understand.
You just helped me out.
Like, you just helped me out a lot. And, you know, it's God's grace and, you know, keeping faith in God, and, you know, it's tremendous. It can do a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, you really never realize what faith means until you get into situations where you really need, like, I really need God right now.
Backed into a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Been in a lot of situations where for me personally, when I'm in a corner and I'm just like, but here's the thing. A lot of times it's not even like you get backed into a corner, and it ain't even really faith-based. It's grace-based.
It really is grace.
And it's like, yeah, I'm in this position. My first thought ain't to pray to God, but hindsight's always 20/20. Looking back on it, it was like, dang, God, you showed grace on me on that.
Yeah.
And on this or that. And
because a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you're like, dang, I did something really dumb.
Yeah.
And I put myself in this situation.
Yeah, I am where I am because of my decision.
Because of my decision, and God really shows grace.
And it shows God's character too, bro. Like, learning about God and who God is, I don't know, it makes me that much more appreciative. Me personally, it makes me want to, I know you're not saved by works, but me personally, it makes me want to, like, God, what you did for me? Like, you've been real, you've been solid. Yeah. And learning who you are as an individual or as God, like you being God. Just really put this in perspective. Yeah. You being God, you ain't got to answer to nobody. You don't owe nobody an explanation. You can do whatever you want, and can't nobody check you.
And you ain't gonna do nothing wrong.
Exactly.
You can't make a mistake.
Exactly. For you to be the way you are, and you have all this essentially power to do and be however you want, but you this way,
and you chose to be divine, and nice, and
come on, bro, like
kind.
What you need from me?
Right.
What you want me? What you need? It make me want to go hard because like I can't do nothing for you, but I'm gonna try. Yeah. You know, and even my works is filthy rags, but I know my heart is in it because it's like, dang, I understand how you are as a person. Like, and it ain't nothing that I wouldn't do because of who you are, and how you are. You real, you solid, and I appreciate that. But.
And it really shows, like, you know, His love for us too.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people talk about, you know, God's love, and you know, the most love He's shown is sacrifice. He sacrifices, you know, his son.
Only son, yeah.
So, you know, his love is big, and I think it's love, honestly, that us as humans will never really understand. Cause like,
Yeah, I think the closest thing to understanding it is when you have a kid.
is when you have
That's
a
the
kid.
closest.
That's
but
the closest.
It's
Cause even then, you not like I'm sacrificing my kid. Like,
yeah, and
you
even
know,
then, it don't compare to
yeah,
what God's love actually
yeah.
is. But
Cause
that's the closest thing.
cause he's really got people right now. He's really got people right now, and people that have already came like pretty much like backstabbing him, and like, you know, he sat there and watched his son get crucified, you know, for people because they chose not to believe in him, you know.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they just make, you know, bad decisions, and he continues to show his grace and mercy on earth.
Yeah.
And he really could have ended earth like when Jesus died, like
Yeah.
he really could have just been like, you know
chopped
what,
up,
bro,
yeah.
like it's over with. Like, but he really was like, I really love y'all, and I love the people who are to come. So
Yeah, man. Psalms 103. Read it if you haven't, and you want to understand how God is and who God is to an extent. I mean, that's just a small portion of who God is and how He is. Psalms 103.
yeah,
It's a good verse to understand.
yeah. But you know, this is the first episode, so you know it's not gonna be super long or lengthy or anything like that. So you know, we just wanted to kind of put the word out there. You know, let people know we're coming. You know, we're here for God. You know, we want to do a lot of God's work. You know, like I said in the beginning, we kind of just want to do our part, and you know, showcasing who God really is, especially to the young generation. Because you know, I know us growing up, like people, the like when we were like maybe we were like 10 or 11, you know, and then we got kids who are 18 above us, like, you know, then none of them really show us the way, or like, you know, none of them really guided us, you know. So I mean, I guess part of this is like us doing our part for the youth that is to come, you know, for the youth that live in our city, you know, youth that,
and beyond,
yeah,
internationally. Forget, we get a Chinese and Vietnamese and all these other Korean, all these other language translators. We want to touch the world. But can you tell people what they can expect, just in terms of listening to it week in, week out? You know, testimonies, stories.
Yeah,
dreams,
we'll
visions,
definitely get, you know, guest people on here for sure. You know, people we know. You know, the more we grow, it may be people that everybody knows. You know, maybe we want to post like a video once a week, every 2 weeks. You know, we still gotta figure out that schedule. You know, but just to expect, you know, different, you know, the way God uses us. You know, God may use us in different ways. Like you said, storytelling, you know, things that we've dealt with, you know, reach out to different people, have you guys send in stuff, you know, see if you reacted the right way. Maybe we reacted in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, give you different perspectives on, you know, life, you know, pretty much guidance, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to, you know,
one thing you can expect for sure is we're gonna tell a lot of different instances and dreams that we've had.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think between the both of us, we dream a lot. So
yeah, and that's really what started this whole thing.
Yeah, we you can tell it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we sitting in, you know, Chicago, and
it was like what, 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah,
you know, we always chopped it up. You know, we always talked about God and stuff like that. But like this one time, I mean, I guess we can get into it another episode. But you know, we was sitting there chopping it up at, like you said, at 4 a.m. in the hotel lobby, literally hotel lobby. The security guards like, you guys need to go to your room, this and that, you know. But we're sitting there talking, and you know, while we're talking about, you know, dreams, God revealed to me, He was like, you know, you need to start talking about this a lot more. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like how? Like, what do I do? He's like, you need to do it with the guy you talking to right now, you know.
Here we are.
Yeah. So here we are. I'm answering the call, you know. So, you know, we appreciate you for tuning in. You know, we're going to get more into it the next episode, but we know we kind of run out of time here a little bit. But like I said, we wanted to, you know, get the word out, you know. So just be expecting a lot more to come, and hopefully you guys can be excited as we are. So
more to come.
More to come. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.